So this is going to be an interview about, firstly, life, and secondly, about life with the people around you and what's going on.
All right.
So we're going to start real simple. Where are you from?
Jamaica, Queens, New York.
You're from Jamaica, Queens. Did you have a mother and a father?
Yes.
You did. All right.
Yes.
What were they like?
My father was brilliant. He had his own business for a very long time. My mother was brilliant as well, but she's always worked. Always.
Where did she work?
They met at the DMV. She worked at the DMV, and my dad was selling cars. My dad was buying and flipping cars. And they met. She was one of the ladies that knew her shit at the DMV. So, that diamond in the rough.
Are you that diamond in the rough?
I'm rough.
How old are you?
45.
You're 45.
Yeah.
You don't look 45.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Byproduct of the job.
That's right. That's right. So, when you were growing up with your mother and father, is there anything that maybe you went through as a young age that would imperialize how you are now?
First thing that I can think of is that my dad liked to yell.
Right.
He was brilliant. He liked to yell. And I just brought this up the other day. He's a big motherfucker. He's 6'6". Watched him break a pipe wrench, 4-foot pipe wrench one time, just putting his ass into it.
So he was a strong man. He wasn't as you would call a pussy. He was.
Oh no.
He was a strong man. Was he intuitive? Was he intelligent as well?
Oh yeah.
Right.
Fucking genius.
Right. Did your mom bow to that, or did she?
What she did was she accepted his vocal variations. He was fucking screaming at night.
Do you internalize that now as a man, and him being a man? Do you internalize that now with people being vocal and not having things been to it, but do you be vocal with who you are?
Yes, it's extremely.
Explain.
Well, the fact that I don't think that you need to raise your voice to prove a point if it's a valid fucking point.
Right.
He just liked to yell. He just liked to vent. And she thought, when he finally left and I got to talk to her about it, she said that she thought it was her job as his wife to take whatever steam he needed to blow off at night, which was every fucking night. But I get to stay upstairs at the banister and listen. I do push-ups.
And do push-ups. Did anybody tell you to do push-ups?
No, I did.
You did. So you just did it.
Yeah.
Because
I wanted to
you
be
were
stronger.
venting too.
Yes. I wanted to get stronger.
So you want to be strong like your dad.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I wanted to be stronger than my dad because I wanted to knock that motherfucker out.
So you want to knock that motherfucker out? Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Okay. Is there any question or anything you would like to talk about your father right now? If he was sitting right here and he was asking you questions,
Ooh, I haven't got a fucking
is there something?
clue.
Is there you got a fucking?
Yeah, actually, I would. I'd like to know how come I didn't know about his other fucking kids.
So you got brothers and sisters?
I guess they're out there somewhere. I don't even know if they're fucking alive.
Are they by your mother?
Oh, I have brothers and sisters by my mother, but I never met the ones through my dad.
How many do you have by your mother?
There were 5 of us. Now there's 3 left. My brother Jimmy died, then Bill died.
Okay. What were all the kids? Could you tell me a ratio of this is how many brothers I had, this is how many sisters I had?
Yo, John, Betty, Bill, Jimmy, and Michael. So I was the last.
You were the last.
They were all through her first husband, John. And my dad was Jim.
You were the youngin'.
Yes, and I was planned. So they told me.
That's what they told you.
So they told me.
Do you believe it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you got trust in that.
Oh, I know that I was planned. I know that I was wanted.
Do you have trust in them now still? Like now that you're older and now that you have more sense as a man?
Trust in who?
Your parents.
What, no.
No. Could you explain?
Yeah. My dad left. Well, I was about 15, and you said internalized.
Yes.
I didn't
Very much. Yes.
Yeah. I didn't realize until later in life that they were just 2 people in a relationship.
Right. So at a young age, it was more emotional because you were a child and you didn't understand. But now that you're older, you understand that there were just 2 people in a relationship.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did that? What's up?
Oh no, I was unlike a lot of my friends because I had my parents till I was like 15 years old. They were both married, still together, till I was 15, and I fucked up. Got thrown out of school in New York because I hated the school.
For what?
I was stealing books and selling them back to the kids.
So were you raised poor, or were you raised wealthy, or were you wealthy and they didn't
We
let you consume? Is that why you did it, or
No.
did you do it to act out?
power.
Power. So it was a power arm.
Yeah.
Right. Did that lead to anything else because of the power arm? Maybe drug-wise, alcohol, violence, anything of that nature? Did it lead to any of that?
Yeah, alcohol, violence.
Explain.
Just I'd fucking drink all the time, man. In New York, you could walk up. If you could put money on the counter, you could get a beer.
So you're saying it didn't matter how tall or what age you were. If you could put money on that counter, you were getting alcohol.
Yes.
Did you ever have to for your parents?
No.
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 Okay.
No. No. They were well off. My dad had his own business, owned 3 buildings, storefronts in Queens. My mom had her own house. We had a boat. I grew up offshore fishing.
So when you were selling these books, it wasn't because
I
I
needed
need
money,
money.
fucking food. No.
Right. It
No.
wasn't because I don't have the necessities of life.
No,
It was.
not one bit.
Was it for power? You were reaching earlier about the power, like you saw your father. Was it to have the power to sell them and have the trump of selling them?
There was definitely a trump on the other kids in the school because I got bussed an hour away from my house, out of the fucking ghetto into I take the public bus every morning for an hour. Sleet, snow, rain, didn't fucking matter. And I went to school with a bunch of fucking preppies. Me, I was dressed up in cotlet. I look good. These guys were wearing tweed.
So when you were so when you were going to this school, did you feel any kind of comparison to these kids you're going with?
No.
So you felt alone.
Oh, I was definitely a loner, yeah.
So
Yeah,
you've been alone.
I had my little outskirt crew. The crew that didn't fit in, those were the fun ones.
So the people that didn't fit in, that were rebels,
in their own way.
in their own way.
They didn't even know. Yeah.
They didn't even know.
No.
Did you teach them?
No, I just pulled. I guess I don't know.
Did you pull it out the ass, or did you have a clandestine destiny with them, with what you were trying to perceive and do?
I didn't know what I was trying to do. I had no idea.
Okay, so at the time you didn't know what you were trying to do. You were just doing it.
Uh-huh.
Right. Let's talk about teenage years and the later teenage years.
Yeah.
Let's talk about 18, 19, 20.
All right.
Before you could drink, but you're about to be of age and everything else. Where were you in life then? Were you set off by your parents early, or did you live with them until you were a little older? Can you explain
I lived with my mom in Cocoa Beach. I was the only one she had. My dad shut her off from everybody. Like, if she had one of her friends visit, he upstairs fucking never saw him again. And so she just didn't have friends over.
Right.
So that being said, try that.
You want to try that?
Sure.
Have some.
Thank you.
Cause
So, yeah, after he left, my mom didn't have any friends. She never left the fucking house. And now, man, it took about 2.5 years, 3 years for her. She made friends. She was like the president of fucking ladies club and
So she was
Never
doing
out.
the mom
wife.
PTA wife thing.
Yeah, working at the same shop, working at the business that my dad owned.
Wow.
You know, she was a head secretary for my dad's U.S. Graphics. They made silkscreen frames, printing on shirts. At one point, it was the largest silkscreen manufacturer in the world.
Wow. So that's a lot of weight. That's a lot of stuff to live up to.
Mhm.
Did you feel like you had to live up to it? Is it something that you had to every day wake up and go, oh, I'm once again, same word, clandestine to do the same thing? Or were you forced to do the same thing? Or was it kind of do your own thing?
Do my own thing, but it was I knew how intelligent he was. Man had dyslexia, and he'd read fucking 3 newspapers every single morning. And I did the same thing, but he read it one letter at a time.
Right.
I could scan 20 words and fucking I got the sentence.
So you aren't dyslexic.
No.
So you can flow through words simply.
Okay. Yeah. Nice.
All right.
Lovely. Thank you.
A little short.
Take one little second,
Yeah. No worries.
and I'll give her a cigarette.
Take one. Try one.
Yeah,
of
dude,
those.
here.
Thank you.
Hug it, shuck it, put in the fuck it bucket. That's what I always say.
Indeed.
Indeed, sir.
This is
All right.
This is a hell of a day to do this. This happens to be my mom's birthday today.
Could you say that one more time?
I said today is my mother's birthday.
Why didn't you bring that up to us today? Is it a personal subject, or you just
I just did.
you just you just did? All right. Did you call?
Not yet.
Is there a reason why not yet, or is it just?
Nope.
And could you explain the reason why not?
I can explain why. I can explain why not. I had the opportunity to go into Cocoa Beach today and go maybe see her, except for the fact that I'm trespassed from her property.
Okay. Could you tell me why you're trespassing on her property?
Because she believes that I stole from her.
Okay. Did you?
No.
Okay. And she thinks you did.
Yes.
So you were trespassing the property.
Yes.
So you didn't go see
Correct.
her, and therefore you didn't call.
Mm-hmm.
That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. I mean, I would be the same way if it was something like that. So, is that bring you any kind of emotion? And if it does, could you explain the emotion?
Yeah. Yeah. It's called betrayal.
All right. Can you go deeper
It
into
brings
that?
me an awful lot of pain. And I forgive her. I even told her I forgive her. And same fucking thing happened just like it always happened. Which is, how do I say that? Because that kind of takes away from it. But
No, please do. I would love for you to say it. I would love. We out there. I'm sure everybody would love to hear. You know, don't be afraid to get into it. We're all here for you. So,
thank you.
Yeah.
I know you are.
so would you like to go maybe a little deeper on the betrayal and maybe the feelings that brings up, regardless of how hard or soft?
Well, I felt betrayed by my dad when he left. Because I didn't even know there were other fucking kids in the picture that he had spawned that are my brother and sister. As far as I know. I think there were 3 of them. And him leaving, I felt as a betrayal.
So you felt betrayal with your dad. It's an abandonment.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Right.
Didn't know how a father could ever fucking do that to his son. Secondarily, got married to a woman I absolutely love. And I came home one day after work and half my shit, both my kids and my wife were gone from my home.
Wow. At what age were you at when this happened?
Fucking mid-30s.
Mid-30s. So we're talking not an old wound.
No.
This isn't an old wound.
No.
This is a recent wound.
Yeah.
So the betrayal you're feeling is not a long-term feeling. This is I'm not saying not long-term, but this is something you felt from very recent
Yeah.
past.
Uh-huh. Then my mom did it too.
So, Anna, can you explain how?
Yeah, she let an estimation. She let that lead her forward life, and I don't think it is okay to stay wrong. It is not okay to stay wrong. And
So you feel that she was wrong for that, and she stays on that mentality, is
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
So that mentality you don't agree with.
I can't understand it. I can't fathom it.
Okay, so you don't understand. And same with your father.
Yeah.
So basically you're hurt by it.
And I showed him a lot of resentment, so I can understand why I would push him away, and he would feel like shit. I understand that now. I get that now.
But at the same time, you were pushed away and you feel like shit.
Yep.
Right. I heard that plausibly you were homeless
Mm-hmm.
for a period of time.
Mm-hmm.
Was the children and everything happening that you just described?
Mm-hmm.
lead to the homelessness, or were you homeless before?
No, I was never homeless. I always had my own place. I always
Right.
had my own shit, my own business, my own trucks, cars, boats,
Right.
fucking all of it. And then wife left, and oddly enough, I kept getting pulled over by the sheriffs, Merritt Island. Just so happened Eris is my wife, Eris, ex-wife. Her best friend's baby daddy was a sheriff. And it just so happens that all of a sudden I started getting pulled over a lot. And the sons of bitches gave me so many tickets for driving unsuspended, and then a license, and then
So
So
did that detrimentally hurt your business?
fucking lost it. Can't be a tree guy without fucking showing up to do trees.
So you did trees.
Yeah.
And you had your own vehicle, you had your own stuff.
Truck,
and
trailer,
trucks, trailers,
all of it.
equipment.
Yep.
And that got took because of...
I can't make the money for it.
You
Can't
get the money
fucking
for the
drive.
tickets.
Yeah.
So, if you could explain your emotions when you got pulled over afterwards, and the emotions you felt for the wife, the kids, and the abandonment.
The abandonment.
If there was anything you could describe in one word with that, what would it be?
Betrayal.
Betrayal. So let's go straight back to betrayal.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, were there things you did on the street because of the betrayal that could identify to hide the pain, or what did you do to cope? What was your coping mechanism?
First off, drinking.
Drinking.
First off, yeah.
First and
foremost. Indeed.
Was drinking.
Drinking. I've always drank.
So you've always drank.
Yeah. I've been
How
drinking since I was
early?
like 14.
So you're 14 when you started drinking.
Yeah.
When
Smoking
you were,
cigarettes. Fucking.
Right.
I didn't smoke weed till I was in college.
Really?
Yeah.
Where did you go to college?
UCF.
So what do you UCF?
Mm.
All right.
Yeah.
And you said you started drinking or smoking
Yeah, smoking weed.
weed at UCF.
Yeah.
But before that, you have been drinking since you were 14.
Mm-hmm.
Did you want to go to UCF, or was it more?
Yeah, I wanted to. Absolutely, I wanted to go to college. I did. That's what you're supposed to do.
Who told you? Who told you?
Every other motherfucker in the world. All those people that tell you need a white picket fence and a fucking wife that fits this parameter, and you got to have the 2.3 and the fucking mortgage. And all
Is
those
that
people.
why you did all these things with the wife and the kids and the school?
No, I wanted to marry her.
You wanted to marry her.
I wanted to marry her.
So that was.
I didn't have my children until I was married. Yes, I had my two babies married to Eris, Kyle and Riley.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you? Have you? This is kind of a personal question.
Yeah, they were all personal. Go ahead.
All right. Was there ever drugs related with the drinking, the abandonment, the betrayal, and everything else? Was there ever drugs that you did? And if there was a drug, what would be your personal favorite?
Personal favorite?
Well, I say more of
Going through the list. Don't we all?
yes.
Yes. I find this very cathartic, actually. I walked into this with quite the amount of trepidation.
Oh, why?
Because, man, you know how it is. You give somebody all the information. That's the power. Isn't that what you do? You give people power. You
I would
find
say
chinks in the armor.
yes, but what if the person isn't wearing armor? What if there's no armor
We all wear armor.
indefinitely? Describe yours.
Knowledge. My knowledge, my history, the things that bother me. Isn't that what love is? I say it. It sounds stupid, but I say it.
Describe.
You give someone the absolute power to decimate you and hope they don't.
That's very powerful.
Yeah.
That's a very powerful statement, saying that you give the forehand of your
Yes.
emotions and your feelings,
Yes.
and it gives that person the power to
Yes.
destroy those feelings.
Indeed.
Do you feel like they have been destroyed because you did that?
Yeah, they tried like a motherfucker.
They tried.
Yeah.
So you say it didn't work all the way. for
Hey,
you.
fucking hell, there were times when it works like a champ.
Did
But
you?
they tried.
Have you ever contemplated? This is once again a personal question. During those things, have you ever contemplated suicide or hurting someone or hurting yourself? Is there something that, like, internally?
Suicide No. I thought about it. Fuck yeah, I thought about it. And I was like, that's a pussy move. Straight up.
Right.
Secondly, hurting somebody? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And I've had my friend Ralph. I've been blessed, man. I really have. I went looking for a fight. I went looking for the biggest motherfucker I could find. And I rolled up into a parking lot and I saw him. And I had known Ralph. He's got a fucking silverback gorilla tattooed on his back. Okay? That explains how big Ralph is and the presence that man is.
So the tattoo explains himself.
Yeah, but
Silverback gorilla.
he is, and he's the biggest gentle motherfucking giant you ever want to meet in your life. Because
But
I
you
started
wouldn't pick a fight though.
I wanted somebody who would be a challenge, and I started walking up to that man, and he looked at me and he said, "Mike," and he put his fucking head down and closed his eyes and he put his arms out. He said, "We ain't gonna do that tonight. Come here and give me a hug." And he fucking rocked me, dude.
So he rocked you good. Was that a healing moment? Was that a mad moment? Was that something that made you resent, or did it make you heal
Oh, I fell in love with that man.
because of that?
Yeah.
Because he didn't hold back. He gave you every bit that you asked for.
I don't know how he saw that. I don't know how he saw that. I don't know.
Has that affected because of that moment?
Yeah.
Because of how serious that moment was too.
Yeah.
Because that's a very serious thing.
Yeah.
Has that affected
Of course.
relationships with other people
Yeah.
to this day?
Yeah.
So that's something very impacting in your life.
Extremely. And his wife, Sue, just died. Sue, that beautiful tattoo of a butterfly on her chest.
So he's got a silverback on his back, and she's got a butterfly on her chest.
Right.
Isn't that beautiful?
How balanced is that?
How balanced is that? Right. Did you find balance in that?
Oh, I did. I'm a Libra. That's what I do. I didn't even realize it, but I do. I've been doing it for a long time. And then
Well, since you're Libra, can we go to your birthday? What's your birthday?
October 12th.
October
76.
12th.
Yeah. Columbus
So
Day. Columbus Day.
So you're right before the Scorpio. You're
Cusp.
because
Yeah.
that makes a lot of sense.
Does
That
it?
makes a lot of sense. And quick question back to him. So when this man does this and you feel these feelings, how does it generate your future path with relationships? It helped, not hurt.
Oh, it totally helped, but it pissed me off because I thought that he so pissed me off.
How?
Because I had all that fucking aggression and I thought I needed to get it out, and here I am fucking standing in the middle of the bar, bawling my ass off, fucking hugging this man.
Right.
And there I was fucking literally naked. I mean, just, there I was.
Golden Eagle.
Yeah, straight up. Motherfucker.
That motherfucker.
Motherfucker. Pissed me off so bad.
Right, because all you wanted was...
God damn it. I wanted to get hit. I wanted to
hit.
And I wanted to hit.
And you wanted to hit.
Oh, God, yes.
You wanted to throw down.
And it was gonna be a challenge.
Instead, you got a hug.
Ah, fuck yeah, I did.
Is there, could you, if you could look at your father right now and you're in the same situation, would you hug or hit him?
First I'd ask, why the fuck did you get sober when you left?
So let's go back to that then. I don't mean to go backwards.
Why not?
Let's go backwards a little bit.
Why not?
So you said he got sober when he left.
Yeah.
So basically, he had other family.
No, he made a new family.
Right. That's what I was implying. He had
Let me connect.
Please.
Okay, I'll connect these dots
Yeah.
because it's a little cryptic. So I got my ass thrown out of school. All right, for stealing books, for fucking seeing my first porn magazine, which is a funny ass story.
Which
And
porn
getting
magazine?
I don't know. It was a good one
Which
because
one?
it had insertion. So this was not Playboy. This was not Penthouse. This was Club or Cherry. This was a good one.
It's a good one.
And that motherfucker, Todd Kunkel, can't forget a fucking name like that. Todd Kunkel after school, because I'd get detention every day, and I'm like, don't care. I'm riding the fucking public bus. That bitch runs till 11.
Right.
Whatever. And end of the day, Todd's got two things. He's got Strike Anywhere matches. I was like, Strike Anywhere, huh? All right. I walk up to the fucking door and hit the door frame over my homeroom. I was like, no shit. Cool. Anywhere. And he goes, hey, Mike, look at this. And I look over and I'm, give me that fucking thing. And I am transfixed. Like, this is the best thing. I'm like, yeah, awesome. Right? And the sulfur had obviously, somebody thought there was fire. Happened to be my homeschool, the homeroom brother. I went to a private all boys Franciscan taught private high school.
Right.
And here I am with this book opened, and I hear, and I look over, and I'm like, and I fucking take off, and I'm still going running with the magazine. And my dumb ass left it in the garbage bin on the first floor. Next day, Mr. Hayes, come to the office. And this bitch is splayed out, open out. I was so happy. I didn't think I'd ever see that fucking magazine again. And I'm looking at Brother Michael. I was so psyched. And he said a bunch of words. He said a shit ton of words to me. And
Do you smoke?
yes, I smoke weed. Fuck yeah. So he's googly eye glasses. Can't tell if he's looking at you. A fucking cartoon. All he said to me that I remember out of that fucking 20-minute conversation, felt like 2 days, was, what are you, addicted to this kind of thing? And I'm looking at this guy who's taken a vow to be celibate, probably bangs little boys, has no idea.
Why do you think he bangs little boys?
Because he's fucking confused.
He's just confused.
He is. And he's in charge of 1,600 young men going through being men.
Right.
And he's looking at me like I'm doing something wrong, looking at pussy
Looking
and
at
dick.
pussy. So you got the intention like
He said, you made your fucking mind up, dude.
Yeah.
I'm making mine, and I like this. I will have this in my life,
because I want
motherfucker.
this. I'm gonna get it.
You made yours. I respect your choice, but how dare you fucking not be accepting of it and go at least, I know you're going through a bunch of changes physiologically
Right.
and your hormones are raging, but this is called a condom and these are called dirty girls and yay.
So it was kind of a contradicting.
Something fierce.
Yeah, something fierce.
Fuck.
Yeah. So, and you said you got kicked out of school. So when you
I
got
was expelled.
You were expelled.
I was expelled from one of the hardest fucking high schools to get into in New York State.
When this happened, it's almost a personal question for me too, because I've been through similar. Did it give you pride?
Yeah.
It did.
You know what did? Is the letter that I wrote and they expunged the expulsion.
That's a good phrase right there. Expunge the expulsion. So they expunged the expulsion.
They did because of the letter that I wrote.
And you wrote a letter. It was from the heart. It wasn't because you're smart. You're a smart man.
Oh, so
I know you could write something.
Yeah. That
would definitely move to where you began. So when you wrote this letter,
yeah,
it was from the heart.
Yeah.
It wasn't
you
being clever.
No, I knew that wouldn't work.
Right. So you already knew that wasn't going to work.
No.
Being clever.
No.
You needed to be emotional.
I don't even know what I wrote.
You don't even know what you wrote.
No, I haven't got a fucking clue. I don't even know who I even addressed it to.
Right. Did you get back into the school?
No, they would never allow me back in the school.
So they expunged the expulsion, but they wouldn't let you back in school. So you can go to other schools.
I could, but there were no other schools that
would take you.
No, they would have. If the expulsion had stood, I never would have been able to go to school in New York. Thing is, if we had our house and our district, I would have had to go to Van Buren, which is literally, I got beat up by a big black girl at Van Buren just waiting for another friend. I wasn't going to Van Buren. Van Buren was a tough motherfucking school. You didn't learn how to go to school. You learned how to fucking fight and live.
You learn how to fight.
Yeah.
So I went through a similar thing. I'm gonna just go through a similar
Please.
thing. I got kicked out of high school.
Okay.
I had to go to alternative school.
Uh-huh.
Now, alternative school was gnarly. It was in North Atlanta. These people knew how to fight. These people, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
These people knew how to fight. And so I learned at an early age that now it wasn't emotional warfare. It wasn't political, emotional, or any kind of warfare. It was physical.
Ooh.
So you went from a very mature setting, everything else, and because they actually did, now you're in a violent setting.
Yeah. But I would have been. That's why they sent me to Florida.
Okay, so it's
because my
what
dad,
age they sent you for?
14. Yeah. So my dad's dad had the house my mom lives in Cocoa Beach right now. Here's the plan: send Mike to Florida, put him in a school. One parent lives with him. The other parent lives in New York, takes care of the business, and then we'll flip flop every month. So 2 months.
How did that
3
affect
months.
you?
Fucking horribly. But I feel that I broke my parents up.
So you feel that?
Well, what the fuck? I'm the reason that they moved. One moved to Florida, 1,000 miles away, and another one stays. And men get lonely.
Of course, and you're right.
Men get lonely.
What do you mean by that?
I mean,
Because you said men gets lonely and they got separated. So did your dad?
yes, he did. He found the nastiest fucking chick that used to come into the shop, and I didn't like her. I didn't like her son. He ended up fucking marrying her, moving to Cape Canaveral, which is, I don't know, 4 minutes away from my fucking house in Florida.
In Florida and Cocoa.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that detrimentally affected you.
Yeah. Now I gotta see that little piece of shit. I'm the special one from New York that gets to go to fucking Florida. Now there's a little piece of shit that my dad shows them. Come on. That's fucking ruthless.
I would say that's very
Fucking ruthless.
ruthless. And did that make you ruthless?
Oh God, I was angry as fuck. I used to go and fucking ruin their cars.
Cars. Let's get to cars. This is a funny subject. Let's get
Please,
to
let's.
cars.
Shall we?
Cars.
All right.
So you go ruin cars. What is stealing? We're talking fucking them up. We're talking
No, take the
robbing them. What are we talking about?
fun shit, like taking the plug wires and fucking switching them.
Did this?
So that you couldn't tell. So that you had to fucking spend time on it. There wasn't just a part broken. You just fix that part. But when you got to deduce shit, you got to sit there and go, what the fuck's going on?
So you wanted to make people think while they fix that shit.
Don't want them to fucking waste their time doing shit they didn't need to.
Do you feel like you did that because you had shit that you didn't need to do and you had to waste time on?
I guess. I was wasting time thinking about doing it.
Like what?
I was wasting my time focusing on how to fuck their shit up instead of how to
Your shit
build
being
my shit up.
Right. So it was,
Yeah.
So it was internalized then.
Yeah.
That was an internalized, intentional actions.
Yeah. My dad knew cars. My dad was a brilliant fucking mechanic. He never taught me anything except how to hold the light, and I obviously did that wrong all the time. Fun thing is, I met a dude later on.
One second. Explain that. You said you held the light.
Yeah.
And even
Man never explained how to do a fucking thing.
Even you did that wrong.
Yeah.
Is that you saying that he was aggressive?
Oh yeah, as aggressive as you can be, without actually striking me.
Did he ever beat you?
No, without actually striking me. I saw where that was going.
Did your mother ever beat you?
No. Well, he hit me. Yeah, he whipped me one time, but it was for a good fucking reason. I was standing on a car. You don't stand on cars, and I understand why now. I didn't understand back then. I was because the 3 little kids down the block were doing it. So I got up in the car. I never even fucking saw them coming. I just got lifted. Fucking got brought upstairs, and I got belt, and I got 3 lashings from the belt.
Did you ever stand on the car again?
Fuck no! I even laugh at other kids that I see do it. Looks like little gnomes fucking attacked it. Stupid. That's why I always owned a truck.
That's all I got on track. Well, you
You
were
can
saying
stand on the
earlier.
motherfucking truck.
You were saying earlier that you've had businesses
Mhm.
and everything else. What business did you have?
A mobile mechanic business, and then my
Like
tree.
your father.
Yeah, and then a tree company,
And,
which I ran for fucking almost 20 years, dude.
so,
I've-
yeah.
I've climbed up damn near every tree in Cocoa Beach, Cape Canaveral, Merritt Island, Cocoa. You tell me a street, I'll tell you where the fuck it is. And mention what palms are on it that I've been on.
So geographically, you freaking know where you're at.
hmm Oh, I got a topographical map of every fucking place I'm at,
So you're logical.
Mhm.
All right.
and logistical.
All right. We're going to move on just a little bit. I say let's get into a little older part of life.
Okay.
Are there things that you've done, like because you explained earlier that you intentionally would mess these cars up to have people fix them? Do you still have those tendencies?
No, I don't touch anything that ain't mine.
Right. So
Except taking your fucking booze.
hey, that happens sometimes. We talked about it. It's okay. And that's the big thing about communication. Did
It
you
is.
have a lot of communication? Because when you had your businesses, were you alone? Did you have another wife? Is there anything after the wife and kids, and after all
Yeah.
these things, and you have the business, did you have another
G.
woman, life,
No.
house?
Yeah.
Explain.
Yeah. I had my best friend, Garrett, who I'd known since he was fucking 14 years old. Taught him how to trees, and he took the fucking pebble from my hand. Motherfucker's the greatest climber ever. And then that lady Sue that I mentioned with the butterfly,
Right.
she introduced me to somebody called Melanie, who is the love of my life.
Okay, so
Went out with her for
what age did you meet Melanie?
I went out with her for 5 years after I got divorced. Oh no, during my divorce.
Right.
Yeah. I was mad that I met her then.
What age was this when you said you were
Yeah,
45?
I'm 45.
45. So what age was this when?
Shit, we've been broken up 5 years, 35. Yeah, we went on 5 fucking years.
So, are you still dealing with that pain?
Well, yeah, you love me, I set him free. And it just...
Love and set him free. How? Because that's a very vague
Yeah, it is.
contradiction.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Like,
Yeah. Well, I wasn't doing the best I could fucking do. I wasn't being the best me.
So
At all.
Since you weren't being the best, you lost that. You lost the woman you loved the most.
I did. Out of jealousy, out of stupidity, out of fucking neediness.
So you were needy and you were very jealous, overbearing.
No, I wasn't overbearing. I wasn't. I was jealous of a situation that came up. Her ex-husband got into a horrible accident. And I helped fix up in her own home. I helped fix up the room next to hers so that if he needed care, he could come in and he could be there.
That's very
with
selfless.
children. Yeah. Yeah. What I didn't realize, she was not the lovey-dovey pet name kind of girl at all. She's very independent, very strong.
Right.
Best fucking mother I've ever met in my life.
Right.
Don't know if you can give somebody a better compliment.
I don't think you can.
I don't think it's possible. And it flows, I'll say it whatever. And I witnessed her fucking cry, bawl her eyes out over her ex-husband who tried to kill her, that she hated, that when she would speak to me about, I would just nod and smile. I never add in. Then I got to watch her through this fucking crying her eyes out. It was a little emasculating.
So you felt emasculated because
A little bit.
she's crying over an ex-husband who she doesn't care about, over all these things. And did that bring up any jealousy?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Right, because you were saying that jealousy earlier. So
Yeah.
it brings up jealousy and all these
See,
things.
and it's so funny because I've never been jealous. I've always gone out with what I think are hot women.
Right.
And
That's nothing wrong with saying that.
yeah, always. Learn this shit in high school. Guess what? You go out with a hot chick, other dudes are gonna look. Guess
you
what?
Like that?
I
Did
will.
you like that? You did,
At first, no. At first, I fucking hated it. I was so resentful of that, but I had to figure out how to deal with it and go, huh. But you can't do that if you don't have the trust in the person.
Right.
I found that the only way that I could do that and walk, when you out with a hot chick.
Walk tall.
When you're out with a hot chick, then you go to the bathroom, you come back out, and all of a sudden there's a dude standing there talking with a hot chick.
Yeah, you get.
Yeah. So I would see, and I just stand back and watch. Because if she got bought a shot, then I would walk up. I'd be like, hey, honey, how you doing? She's like, oh, you want a shot? This guy was nice enough to buy me one. That's the girl. You know what I mean?
It seems like the consistent thing in your life, though, is and not jealousy, but to be a man, stand tall, and do those manly things that make you feel
Confident.
So I think internalized through the young age, internalized through this, internalized through this chapters of your life, not chapter, but chapters of your life. You have felt the need to be confident.
Yeah. Yeah, man. You don't fucking walk with confidence in Queens. You get fucking smudged.
So let's say you're in Queens right now. You're in jail, right? And,
All right.
and there could be a mugshot. Please show me the face that you would give for the mugshot.
I don't want to do it.
You don't want to do it.
No, I don't want to do it.
You don't
Because
wanna
I had it. No, that's my bus face.
That's your bus face.
Yeah, that's my hour-long bus ride to fucking Chaminade.
Right?
Yeah.
So let's just say it's not the nicest.
No, it's not.
It's not the nicest.
No, it's really, really cold. Its jowls crunched 5 fucking times prior, and dead eyes, and just don't fucking even talk to me.
Right.
I don't like that.
Right.
I don't want to do that. I
You
don't
don't
ever
want to do
need a fucking reason to have to do
To
that.
go back to that.
No, so I politely declined that request.
I acquiesce your request on saying it's okay.
Indeed.
Indeed. All right. Speaking of cold,
Hmm.
you ever been cold?
Yeah.
You ever been
Yes.
cold?
Cold
Why?
with no blankets?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Uh,
With a mom, a half a mile away or 2 miles away or something.
right.
I was only homeless after I was accused of something I didn't fucking
with
do.
your mother.
With my mom.
Right. Going back to that with your mother.
Yeah.
So and being homeless and cold, what did you do to stay warm?
What the fuck ever I have to. Because that's how you survive.
Explain.
This is the
Explain.
thing,
Maybe
man.
Explain something.
Dude, we're all fucking animals, and you know this.
Right.
I know this intrinsically. We're all animals, and we all use this big muscle we have in our fucking speech patterns. Some are better than others. But when it comes down to it, if you're cold, hungry, and tired, you will do, because your body tells you, survival, you need to get fucking warm, you need to get shelter, you need to get dry, you need to get some fucking food. Now, you throw a kid in the mix, and if you don't kill, if your answer isn't, I will kill for food, shelter, water for my child, then we can't be friends. Because you have to understand that we are all capable
So
of
there's a great sense of honor in that.
fucking, yeah.
And honor and loyalty is what you feel.
Yeah.
So when you were cold,
Yeah.
and it's going through your head that I need food, I need water, and I need this food.
Found out who my fucking friends are.
Are they still around?
Yeah.
And I'm
so-
saying that, have they died? Have they been around?
Oh,
Or are
yeah.
they still around?
Yeah, I've lost too many.
So you lost a lot of friends.
Yeah.
Did you lose them from, I know there's multiples you say, but
Yeah.
could you explain to them what they died from?
The first one,
Right.
his name was Franklin.
Right.
And my best friend Gerald killed him. We were the fucking trio. We'd walk around Queens. He opened up. Franklin, tall Jamaican dude. And we hit it off from the bat. I was playing some fucking Naughty by Nature. He had never heard it. What is that? And from then on, we were boys. And I lived in fucking Queens for my entire life, but where that bridge was, there was a barrier. I did not go underneath the train trestle tracks because on the other side of it, my white ass would have gotten fucking snuffed. And then one day, Franklin said, "Come on, we'll take you back home." I was like, "All right." And we go. I was like, "No, I can't go there." And he looked at me. He's like, "No, you're good." And it took him saying that a couple of times. He was like, "Motherfucker, come home." And I did, and I got to listen to his dad play the steel drum down in the basement. Me and Franklin fucking straightened our hair one time down in my basement. Burned the shit out of our scalp. It was fucking hilarious.
Oh, yeah. So there's not just, those memories aren't bad all the way. There's a lot of good ones.
No.
There's a lot of good ones.
Yeah, man.
How did they, so you said one friend had to snuff another friend.
Yeah.
Can you, I know
Yeah.
this is deep,
Gerald,
but
yeah, my dad.
how?
My dad called me up one day. He said, "Mike, sit down." I was like, "Fuck, all right." And he told me that Gerald killed Franklin. He told me that my boy Gerald, fucking best friend from 3rd grade, he killed Franklin. I found out that he stabbed him one time. They were drinking over in front of the fucking pizza shop that we always hung out. I was in Florida, and he stabbed him one time. Thought he got him in the arm. Fucking popped him right in the heart. He died there on the spot.
So it was instant. He got stabbed,
Yeah.
he died.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
happened to the friend that stabbed?
Gerald? Oh, he went to that motherfucker. He went to Rikers.
Rikers. So we're not talking
Hey, as a kid.
pussy shit.
As a
We're-
kid, man.
As a kid. So we're talking a young man killed his best friend
Yes.
over drinking in front of the pizza
Drinking
shop.
and a girl. Yeah.
And a girl.
Yeah.
So the main reason was the girl.
Yeah.
Stabs him, he dies.
Yeah.
He goes to Rikers.
and then Attica, all the fun ones that you've heard of.
Right. And I'm
Now
now
she's-
how long? And where is he at?
About 8 years. Now the motherfucker's flying planes. Now he's his own guy walking around job sites in New York. And I'm fucking pissed.
How did you, at the time, deal with a murder that happened between 3 best friends?
I don't know. I don't know if I have.
So basically, you're saying right now you still haven't all the way coped.
No, man.
Of course not. How do you, right?
I want to go back to New York right quick.
So New York's Ixnay. You ain't going back to New York.
No, I went back. I took Melanie.
So you went back.
I did.
You
I
took
took
Melanie, the woman that you
Yeah.
were in love with,
Oh, yeah.
and you took her back. Did
Yeah.
you see these places?
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
basically, you had to go back
Yeah.
with the woman you love,
Yeah.
and you had to see
I
these
didn't
places
even show Eris when I grew up. I never went.
because you didn't want to show.
I don't know. I wanted. I never thought it was a priority at all to ever fucking bring Eris to. I never even thought of it. Like, oh man, I should have. No,
Right,
But
so
I'm
it's no
so-
shoulda, woulda, coulda.
no. But I'm so fucking happy that I brought Melanie. It was one of the best fucking times of my life.
Right. So
Stay with my sister in
this
Jersey.
is dark.
Good.
It's dark, but
Go.
it seems a lot of things in your life got snubbed out.
Maybe.
Let's say maybe. Do you dream, think, or act on those things to this day?
Everything. All of it.
Right. All of it.
All of
So
it.
all of
But
it.
there are some things that balance out all the bullshit.
What is that balance?
I don't know. But it's not all negative. Like you want to ask me
So
questions.
you're saying
I'm fucking-
you couldn't put your direct pin on it right now, but you know there's things
Oh yeah.
that.
Oh yeah. I mean, you want to know? I'll tell you fucking anything. I'll tell you about the pain, but there's so much joy that I can.
Well, let's get on pain then, and we're getting on some serious shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And these are not directive all the way to the questions I've asked. They're a little different.
Okay.
Have you ever gone through molestation and rape, anything like that? Have you ever done molestation or rape or anything like that you've done,
No.
or anything that's significant? So that's
No.
not.
I never. I was never taking it. No. But you know what? Something I found in my entire life is that fucking almost every single woman that I've ever gone out with has been fucked.
Okay, so maybe
Almost
you
every
haven't
single
gone through
one.
it, but everybody you've been with has gone through that transformation.
And I don't. I'm so dismayed is a fucking weak word for it. Like my odds of meeting this many women who have been fucked with in horrific ways, and then just others, just I guess I can't believe it's so commonplace. I can't believe it. The way I broke up with a chick one time because she wanted me to hit her while we were fucking.
Wow.
I couldn't do it. I tried and I got limp. And
So
I
you got
fucking
asked.
left.
You got asked to perform something like that.
Yeah.
You got asked to do that.
And I was like, I never.
Which woman was it?
I don't remember.
You don't remember.
No.
So it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. No, it
Was
wasn't
it-
anybody powerful to me, close, real. But she was hot as fuck. Life goes on, baby.
All right. So let's get more recent. All right. So comparative to where you're at now.
Yeah.
Is there a point in life that you think about right now that defines you a lot right now? It's an internalization of a thought you have.
Yeah.
What's that?
So while I was at college, I had just lost my apartment. I went and I took a title loan out my CRX, and I was messing around with this girl, Kim. She lived in my same complex, within eye shot of it, and I was sleeping on the floor. I was drinking. I had the opportunity to do some fucking somas or some downer pills.
Right.
And I was like, no, I don't want that anymore. Because there was a time I went to a party, I took a soma, and here I am laying on the floor trying to enjoy the party. That's stupid. I didn't like not having my fucking faculties.
Your wits.
Yeah, man.
Your wits.
So I didn't, and I didn't realize that Kim was out in Lakeland on a meth bender because I didn't know what fucking meth was. Thank God. And then, so she gets her car stolen. They know where she lives. They're going back to rob her place. I'm sleeping on the fucking floor. So I got home invaded, pistol whipped, hogtied. I got 8 staple holes in the back of my fucking head to prove it. And I fought that motherfucker off. He had a gun up against my chest, leaning down upon me. And all I could see, bro, was a fucking exit wound.
Oh, so you got shot.
No, it's all.
All right, explain.
When he was up on me, because the instant he wrapped me up, he said hogtied. And he wrapped up my mouth, my eyes, and my nose. And when he wrapped up and he didn't care that I was breathing, I knew I was in fucking trouble. And he reared back and he pistol at me like the movies, trying to knock me out. And I said, it's now. And I flipped over. Luckily, that motherfucker did not know how to tie a knot.
So you got lucky.
I fucking got lucky, and I flipped that motherfucking gun over when I was fighting with him. Thank God I know shit. Thank God, this is why you have to know shit. I put my finger in between the hammer and the gun, in between the trigger and the gun, and I said, you break my finger, but there ain't going to be a fired shot. And then, when I got the gun from him, I flipped it around, and I pulled the trigger 3 times with this finger into his chest, and it went click, click, click. And I got mad that it wasn't loaded. And I was naked and bleeding on the floor. My dog saved my life. I said, Billy, who is it? My chocolate lab bellowed. She saved my life. She gave his attention. She took his attention to that side. I felt him pivot, and that was it. He was off of me. And I ran, and then he slammed the fucking door, and I heard it lock, and I was like, uh-oh. That was a dry run. He's going to get bullets. So I proceeded to pound on windows. I broke 12 windows on the apartment. As I went down, bam, bam, break a window. I wanted a witness because I thought I was going to fucking die.
Yeah.
So I knew I was going to die. I didn't think it. I fucking knew it.
So this is not it. This is like surpasses. Shh. So this surpasses a near-death experience. This is, you're going to die.
Yeah, I was going to die.
And your instinct said, no.
No. It's now. Right now.
So, in this moment that you're breaking out the windows,
yeah,
you know in your head you're going to die.
Yeah.
I
just wanted a witness.
How did you? So you wanted somebody.
I didn't want him to fucking. I didn't want there to be I wanted no unequivocal goddamn doubt. So who fucking did it?
Right. So in your head you're gonna die.
I was naked and bleeding. I had no weapon. I had nothing. He locked the door with the fucking 380 revolver. Locked it behind in there, and he was gonna come out, and I just made a fool out of him.
Right.
If he was willing to do that shit, and I just fucking joshed him, come on, yeah.
All right. So, busting these windows out.
Yeah.
380 in the room. He's going to get rounds.
That's what I thought. I knew it. I fucking knew it.
Well, at that point in time, I think you know what's going on. We're at a serious enough destination to where you know where at least. How did you get out?
Some bitch just fucking walked out like a cowering mouse and went and got in the vehicle. Prior to that, I just remembered his girlfriend was walking out to Kim's Mustang with my chaminade bag, my fucking high school bag. I'm like, that's mine. She goes, no, it's mine. And I was like, oh shit, he's coming. So I was like, fucking take it. And I'm fighting over shit, like my shit. Like I care about that fucking bag. I'm naked, I'm bleeding, and I'm fucking fighting over a fucking bag. That's when I went and broke windows. That's when I wanted people to wake up. It was dark. It was a bad Tuesday morning.
And
he just left. He just fucking left.
I've noticed.
Please.
When you stand, on a real level, when you stand in a doorway, when you walk, you have a strut
Mm.
When you stand in a doorway, you feel it. Are these internalized things you do because of that situation
I don't know if it's that. I don't know if the New York in me kept me alive. I think it's the New York in me. It's that swagger. I don't know where the fuck I'd be without my swagger. I really don't.
So your swagger is important to you.
It is. It is. It's not something that I've had to work on ever. I worked on it when I was a kid. And I just knew that if you're not confident walking into a crowd, you're nothing.
Right.
Some people don't even need to know why you're confident. You ever just fucked a chick really, really, really hard, and then all of a sudden you get hit on like crazy?
Yeah. I mean, I would say that maybe not in the same circumstances, but
Okay.
but I could definitely relate. Sure.
Go hunting into a bar, club or around women, and if you're hunting, if you're weak, like, oh, I'm looking, people can see.
Okay.
But
if you stand up and you walk with a swagger and you have that confidence, then you don't have to look. Is what you're saying?
Then what? Yeah.
What about things in life, not just women? Is that something that you would say in life generally you do anyway?
If I don't knock on the door, the answer's always no.
I love that saying. If I don't knock on the door, the answer is always no. I like that saying.
Thank you.
Did you come up with that?
I bet somebody smarter than me came up with it first. Tell you that. I didn't do it.
That's very selfless to say. That's very non-conformative.
But this,
you have a very non-aggressive but intentional attitude. I would say on this question. It's a dual question.
Go ahead, hit me. Where's that shot?
Oh, yeah, right here.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, no problem.
This is good. I like this.
Yeah, me too. It's important. People need to hear.
There's a reason this is happening right now.
Of course.
I don't know what it is. Maybe I
don't either. But hey, it's happening. But the dual question is.
Yeah.
First off, if you didn't go through not questions, but if you didn't go through these questions that I'm asking, would you have dove deep on it internally? Second question.
Let me answer that. I think that the reason that I had to explain the one is because you asked the other questions, and because I'm shrouded, because I don't want to fucking give you all the information because of what I said.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had to put it together. I had to make sense because that's how it makes sense in my fucking head.
Second question is,
go ahead.
Why does it make sense?
Because we're the summation of our fucking experiences. Our perception is only what we have believed, felt, and gone through. I don't know you. I don't know how you grow up except for the pictures that I saw. You look so cute.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And everybody brings something to the table, man. Everybody's got their own perception. I want to hear it. I don't ever want to be the guy who knows everything in the fucking room. If I know everything, then I'll never learn a goddamn thing. I can't do that.
So you feel if you know everything, you lost.
But yeah, because you got a fuck in you. That's a horrible statement. Oh, I know. You've trained your mind. You're dismissive. I'm not. I don't want to be dismissive. I want to learn something new every day. And my life lately has been fucking, whether it's blessed, whether it's cool, whether it's just right and flowing, I've been meeting some very cool motherfuckers.
And that's
real.
That's real.
Real nowadays is very difficult. Because you asked, who told me, oh, I was supposed to get the 2.3 cars and the fucking mortgage. And well, I asked myself that same fucking thing. Who were these people that I paid attention to their opinion so much? Where are they in my life? Where am I in theirs? Why the fuck does it matter what they think?
Does it?
No.
No.
No. Not one fucking bit. Not one bit. Because I did it the way they said to do it. Worked out great. I got 2 beautiful kids, man. I mean, that I do. I got some awesome kids. They don't talk to me, but there's the next fucking chapter. Yeah.
No, we're about to go into that chapter.
Gonna need one for that.
We're about to go into that chapter, buddy. All right. We're about to get in that. All right. So, on the kids.
Yeah.
Which I can relate with.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of us can.
Yeah.
But I can't relate on all the way to the story until I hear it. So,
Right.
kids, ages, genders, what are they?
Okay, so I got my boy Kyle first, and then Riley.
Okay.
All
What are
right.
their ages?
Kyle just turned 16. Riley just turned 15.
Wow. So we're talking getting close to an adult.
Yeah. 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 They were both born in the same year, in 07.
Wow.
Yeah, I did not pay attention to the doctor.
Jesus.
I beat that woman's body up. I had a plan and I stuck to it.
So you had a
I wanted a boy and girl.
periodic plan that you.
I wanted a boy and girl.
You wanted a boy and girl.
We picked Riley's name. We had Kyle first. And I was like, well, Riley isn't here yet. So, yeah, you're fertile. I'm doing it.
Right.
I watched them both crown. It was fucking beautiful. I'm in there with a catcher's mitt. I fucking loved it.
Can you repeat that one time? You were in there with a freaking catcher's mitt.
No,
ready to go.
No eye protection, just catcher's mitt.
All right. So you were ready. You were ready.
Oh,
Shane.
I'm like, breathe. We can do this. Shut up.
Yeah. So
yeah, I was.
So these kids. Can you tell me where they're at right now?
Leesburg. They were in
Leesburg. Can you give me a
Sarasota.
state?
Florida. No, it's Florida. It's here. It's
Right.
Yeah, it's about an hour.
West, east,
Hour and 50 northwest.
northwest of Cocoa.
Northwest of Cocoa Beach, yeah. About an hour and 50. They used to be in Sarasota, which was 3 hours away, which was a 5-hour goddamn trip no matter what. And I'd go out there religiously and see them. They were young. That was very taxing.
How young?
She took off when Kyle was about 3.5, 4. So, I got to bond with my son. I didn't get to bond with my daughter because right about that age is when you bond.
Do you feel guilt for that?
I do because I shoulda, fucking whatever that word means, picked up all my shit and just moved out towards her and been there with my kids and been down the block. Because if I can do it here, I can do it anywhere, like Frankie said. And I didn't because I had my own place. I had my own business. If I could go out there, then I'm a plebe. I'm this guy. I wasn't that guy. Yeah, I would be a pawn.
Yeah.
No. I would have been at the mercy of others. I would have had to build all my shit up. I already had my shit built up. It's kind of maybe why I was attractive to her. Don't know.
Most likely, it seems like your confidence and everything else, that's what you were going for. That might be the things you get. Now, another question. Do you talk to these children now?
I send texts. Yeah, I send texts. The last time I saw my son, I stole a car and I drove to Leesburg and I brought him to his first day of school.
So, is that a shining moment in your life, or is that
It's a fucking story. It's my story, and I just said it. Nobody else can say it
Can
better
you
than
tell
me.
me where and how you stole that car to get there?
No.
No. Cheers. Cheers to that. All right. So you send text to these kids.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get a response?
No. So it was a minute there for a little bit back that my daughter was actually texting me. My son is, I don't know what the fuck. Like, steal a car, go out there, grab him up, take him to his first day of school, go in. Hour later, I fucking pull him out. And later on that night, back over, and I can't let the ex-wife know that I'm fucking driving. She'd happily put me in prison. And I just I grabbed the boy up. I was like, be at the spot 15 minutes before the bus. And he looks at me, really? I was like, fuck did I just say? And I just walk away.
Yeah.
And he was there. And I took him the next day. I took him the day after that. I slept in the fucking car in a field, froze my ass off. And we had more fucking fun. And I told him, I was like, man, this is horrible. I'm like, what am I teaching you? Because you can't tell your mom, can't tell your sister. I even sent him a text. The jig is up. School called me. You were absent. I knew they fucking didn't do the right thing at the attendance office because I signed him out. I was like, it's this easy? Yeah, it's this easy. I'm like, dude, it's not that. Yeah, the jig is up. He's like, I already played it off. I'm like, I'm so proud of you. Oh, an asshole.
So basically, you're saying that you're telling him because he lied. Because
Lying is fucking wrong. It's horrible. Look at the situation. I'd rather be here with you. You gotta lie, dude.
Right.
Like, you gotta lie. Like, you have to. Your mother would happily put me in prison. And he said, really? I said to Kyle, can you imagine the party that her father would throw if I was in prison? And he sat there and he fucking pondered it hard. And he went, yeah, you're right. And I was like, fuck.
So now you're sitting here with the kid. You've taught him some things.
Yeah.
And
He had asked me,
you're
can
not
we have...
regretting it. You're not regretting it.
No.
So you didn't regret it. You just knew.
I know that shit's
What
horrible.
am I teaching my
Yeah, what the fuck?
my kids?
This situation calls for this. This is wrong, but this is...
You did what, in a sense, you did what you had to do.
Yeah.
And so did he.
I mean, I did what I
And
had
so
to
did
do,
he.
but now he's an accomplice. In my fucking...
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Right.
That's not what a parent does. That's not how you fucking deal with a kid. You show them right. So now I'm showing them right. Now I don't drive over there. What's that getting me?
What is it getting you?
Nothing. Fucking nothing.
So right now you're saying it's...
Now I'm getting my license back.
Getting your license back.
Yeah.
So getting your license back means you drive and you do it right. So at this point in your life, because of...
It means I don't have to acquiesce my power anymore.
Right. Is that empowering?
Yeah. We're men. We get in trouble, we get out of trouble.
Our own.
Yes.
We get in on our own
We
trouble.
get in trouble. Men get in trouble.
Right.
Men get out of their troubles.
Is this something you have got to teach him yet?
I don't think so.
So basically that
I'm
was...
not out of
that's what was
trouble
going
yet.
on. Right. You're not out of trouble yet. I know it's going to hurt, but explain. You're not out of trouble yet.
I'm driving.
Where are you at right now?
I don't have any felonies. I don't have any warrants. I got a fucking arrest record that's awesome.
Please explain.
Oh, no. You can look it up. Man,
Please.
Mike
Please.
Hayes.
Oh, I know.
Mike
I
Hayes,
gotta
10,
look it
12,
up.
76.
I know.
Have
Please
fun.
explain your arrest record. I'd like to know.
I got good ones. I got one.
Start from the beginning. I would like to know your arrest record. Please, from the beginning. And don't hold back.
Oh, dude. When I got caught with like the 80 roofies at the bar. Oh, no, at the a keg party.
So wait a minute.
No, I've never raped anybody.
I know. I know that drug is fun as shit.
It's a 6-pack in a pill.
So
I wanted a shirt that said, "Where's my roofie?" On the back, it'd go, "What'd I just say?"
I'm gonna get it for you.
I wanted to make one so bad.
So pretty much, all right. Your arrest record starts in college.
Yeah.
Is there anything else? Go down the list. Let's go down.
Oh
the list.
man, I got one. I got one for lewd and lascivious in front of the presence of a minor.
For what? How?
For being on an island out in the middle of the river with my wife,
Which wife?
Eris. I'm the only wife I
Only
have.
wife. Eris.
Only- yeah,
The other one.
Eris.
Was the wife.
Melanie. Yeah, the
Or
one that
Melanie,
should have been.
Yeah.
It was 4 boats and 6 couples, and we were all having fun on the island. There was nobody else on the island as far as we all knew, and this one dude, way off on the side because I stand out, my big fucking curly head, said that I was waving my wee willie at his little boys. And upon his request to get a sheriff, the sheriff landed, got his foot wet, came over. Dude said, they both met right there at the back of the boat, and dude said, don't do that. Dude said, that's him? And the sheriff said, you. And I get hogtied. No, that was the first time. What? No, sorry. Sheriff grabs me up, puts me on the Zodiac with the two coasties, taking me off, and Eris is standing on the fucking shoreline, and she's like, "What's your badge number? I have your ass for this." And this fucking short, stout little goddamn sheriff, "Beach this boat. I'm getting her too." Well, Eris was a little thick. So me, thinking fast, I was like, "What? I'm not a big enough fish. You gonna fuck with a fat girl too, motherfucker?" And I get up and I fucking shoulder check him into the bow of the boat.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah. That's when I got hogtied. But the kids, the coasties, they were nice enough to back the boat up and fucking leave the scene while I was getting hogtied. And I got to see Eris back there. All right.
So,
We're getting to the good part, folks.
yeah. So,
Save my menthol just for this.
do you think that all these statements you made are empowering?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Do you think that these questions have helped you?
Without a doubt. I didn't want to fucking answer this. You picked like the least day that I wanted to talk about this. I was like, all right, this is the day that it has to happen.
Right. So do you feel that
That's what I'm saying.
the
Fucking
interview has helped you not get closure, but help you?
it's nice accessing these memories that are pushed below because it helps me process still. Obviously, I don't have fucking closure on any of it. I'm talking to you about the shit that bothers me. The shit that bothers me, when I bring it all up and I fucking look at a bunch of them, it almost makes it easier to understand the individual ones.
I would say that's a great thing, man. So, Mike, once again, I'm Douglas, and thank you so much for the interview.
Thank you.
Thank you. And
I did not think I'd be saying thank you.
well, yeah, let's hug it out. Let's hug it out.
Come here, motherfucker.
Let's hug it out. Thank you so much for opening up.
Yeah, bro.
And thank you so much.
Wait, you started or no?
Missed the fun part.
We're good.